you've been talking to this guy, right? And everything is going so good. You guys were seeing each other consistently. You were texting, you were calling. Oh my God, you were in your little love bubble. You thought you were gonna marry him. And then all of a sudden, he's pulling back. He is responding slower. He's not making plans. He's pulled away from you. Here is what you're gonna do. I have 3 steps to fix this situation quick. Number 1 is we're gonna stop internalizing him and his actions. Number 2 is we're gonna bring our energy back to us. And number 3 is we're either gonna let him come back or we're gonna leave, okay? I know you don't wanna hear number 3, but let me just get to it. If you guys don't know me, guys, my name is Neeti. I'm everything self-development, confidence, dating, relationships. You can also follow me on TikTok and Instagram for shorter form content. And if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, so if you're in a situation where you were excited about somebody, you were texting them, you were seeing them consistently, and now all of a sudden you kind of just feel this energy shift. A lot of times what we'll do is we'll focus on like what they actually did. We'll be like, oh, like, you know, like he's just like replying slower. Okay, like maybe like we'll make excuses for it. Like we'll be like, maybe he's just busy. You know, we used to see each other, but you know, he's having a really busy time at work. Like he can't see me as much anymore. Oh, like, I don't know. Like, you know, we had a deep conversation. And what we'll do as girls is sometimes we'll try to make excuses for them. Like we'll try to be like, okay, you know, maybe it's just this, maybe it's just that, because we don't want to actually feel like this person is like not wanting us, right? Like why? Sometimes we'll even overthink. Like I used to do this, like go overthink, like what's the last conversation we had? What's the last text I sent? Did I say something last time we hung out that would like make him turned off? Like am I just not his type? You'll start going nuts. Like I literally used to spiral. Like I'd go through his following. Like did he start following other girls? Like maybe he's seeing somebody else. And it's like literally the most toxic and draining cycle ever. And like you will literally always be in it unless you learn how like the feminine and masculine energy dynamics work and what to do when somebody is pulling back. So this is getting us into step number 1, which is stop internalizing it. I'm making this step number 1 because I think it's the most important thing. Like I just said, a lot of times we will internalize a guy's action. We're already kind of putting him on the pedestal above us, and so we liked him, you know, we're daydreaming about him, we wanted it to go like into a relationship, we wanted to get married to this person, whatever it is, that we cannot help but take his actions personally, especially if you feel like it's out of the blue. You'll overthink, you know, what he's doing and like how he's pulling away, and then we'll internalize it. We'll be like, what did I do? Like, did I say something? Maybe it's me, maybe I'm not his type anymore, maybe he met somebody else at work, maybe he's just losing interest, maybe I'm boring enough. We'll start blaming ourselves. And the thing I want to just say is like, if you have ever had a guy friend, if you've ever got insight into a guy's brain, guys do not blame themselves. Like when a girl starts pulling away from them, they blame the girl. They'll be like, oh, she just is this, she's just like that, oh, she wasn't that good anyways. They don't blame themselves. But I don't know why we as girls have this tendency to blame ourselves for when the other person is pulling back. Stop making it a you problem. Stop thinking that you did something to make this person go away. You didn't. You did nothing. And even if you did something really tiny, like, I don't know, you freaking sneezed, or like, I don't know, you made a joke that wasn't that funny, like that should not be enough to make somebody pull away. Do you know? So stop internalizing it and stop taking it personally. So when they're pulling away, which you probably felt through many different things, maybe they're just their energy, maybe just how they've been, you need to not make it about you. You need to stop having the negative thoughts in your head and telling yourself like it's a me problem. Like I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. Maybe I did something. Maybe I fucked up. Maybe I'm unlovable. Sometimes especially when you're anxiously attached, and if you don't know about like attachment styles, I have another video on being anxiously attached. Go watch that. Especially if you're anxiously attached, you make everything about you not being good enough. And that is a process that takes a long time and a lot of practice to actually look at a situation and be like, yeah, this person I liked is pulling away from me. Maybe they're not as into me anymore. I know it hurts, but it's not about me and it doesn't make me less than. You cannot take somebody else's actions and make you less than, because your mood is just going to be up and down then. You're going to meet somebody else and what? They're going to pull away and you're going to be in a bad mood again. It's not about you. It's literally not about you. So try your best when your brain keeps wanting to go to like the negative spiral, like maybe it was me, maybe I did this, maybe I'm unlovable, see, never works out for me, I always get put in these situations, oh, I'm never gonna meet somebody. Stop internalizing it and making it about you. Take your brain and be like, no, it's really not about me. It's probably a them problem. They could have attachment issues. They could have other things in their life. They could be emotionally immature. They could be XYZ. Why is it about me? Why am I less than? This takes us to number 2, which is I think the most important step in my opinion, which is bringing your energy back to yourself. I'm trying to think back to like when I've been in situations where like I feel like a guy has been pulling back from me and I would take it very personally, okay? And what would happen is I would kind of go into these like checking behaviors, which includes like, why are they responding to me? Like, are they ignoring me? Like, it's almost like my brain wants to see if they're ignoring me. Like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like, I think I'm unlovable and they're ignoring me. Therefore, I keep checking them to see on Instagram, did they post? Did they look at my story? Did they look at this? Did they leave me on red to see if they're ignoring me? I would go into these checking behaviors, checking stories, checking what they're doing, checking if they posted, checking if they liked my thing, to see like, are they ignoring me? Like, what are they doing? Like, why are they pulling away? Like, did they start following another girl? They might not know that you're checking their snap score. They might not know that you're checking to see if they viewed their story. Like, they might not know that you're looking at like what they like to see if they're active, to see if they're ignoring you. Energy knows. The universe knows, and I believe if you're like me, and if you follow me, then you definitely are a manifestor. You believe in law of attraction. The energy, the thought, even just not even checking, like just thinking about them all the time. What are they doing? Why did they not talk to me? What are they doing right now? Do you think that they went to their friend's house? Oh, I remember it's Saturday and they told me that they're going to their friend's house on Saturday. Maybe that's why they're busy. Oh, they're probably at work right now. They're probably home from work. Just the energy, the amount of energy that you're putting on somebody else is going to repel them. You need to keep your energy onto you. Literally just think of like energy balls. If this person is pulling away, you don't want to go this way. You want to go the other way, and they're going to go this way. They're going to come back to you as soon as you start focusing on yourself and putting your energy to yourself. Every time you think of them, just be like, you know what? I'm coming back to myself. This is like a phrase I literally say to myself. I'm coming back to myself. What does Neeti want this moment? Oh, Neeti's kind of hungry. She wants to go get Chipotle. Oh, Neeti needs to go watch a YouTube video that will help her feel better. Oh, Neeti needs to finish that book. Neeti needs to go to the gym. Bring your energy and become obsessed with you, not obsessed with them, and then watch the way that the energy will flip and they will come back and be focused on you. The more and more you're checking, you're thinking, even just your thoughts, focusing on them, the more and more you're chasing them, and the more the way that they're gonna run. And I've literally never believed things like this. I was like, I can be sitting here thinking about them, but they don't know that. I'm not texting them, I'm not messaging them, so it doesn't count. I'm not chasing them. Energy knows that you're chasing them. You are literally sending your energy just by a thought, and you need to bring your energy back. Do not watch, do not check, do not give them time of freaking day. The same way that they're going about their whole entire day, not texting you, not really putting you priority. Stop. You're obsessed with yourself. Number 3 is letting him come back or leaving. So obviously, and I feel like if you're watching this, the ideal situation is you want him to come back. Like, I get it. I've been there. You want him to come back. I want him to come back for you, okay, if he's a good guy. But when you bring your energy onto you and you start focusing on yourself, you're keeping yourself busy, you have to go to the gym. You have an event to go to. You have content to film. You have a book to finish. You have work to do. You have girls' night to prepare for. You have your skincare to do. You have your everything shower to do. As soon as your energy is obsessed with you, not another guy, is when he will come back. They always come back. I have literally been a doubter of this statement, and it has been proven again and again and again, they will always come back. They're not going to come back when you're just pretending to be, oh, obsessed with yourself and energy's focused on me, but my thoughts are still there and I'm still thinking about him all day. When you actually just decide, like, no, like, this is where I want to be. I am obsessed with myself, and this person is just removed from the pedestal for an X amount of time, for a couple weeks, they will come back. Until the second option is like, what if he doesn't come back? And this has happened to me too. If he doesn't come back, like, if you've done everything, you tried everything, and you still feel like this person isn't coming back and it's been a while, then I think sometimes, like, this has happened to me too, it just means like the universe is telling you like that person is not for you. And I know that you don't want to hear this, but sometimes you just have to leave. It means that even though you were not chasing, even though you put your best foot forward, even though you did all the right steps, there is a possibility that maybe like that person is just really not for you. Maybe the universe is saving you from a really messy situation. Maybe the universe is saving you from somebody who's emotionally unintelligent. Maybe the universe is saving you from somebody who's avoided. Maybe the universe is saving you from having a traumatic experience or being cheated on or some sort of like messy situation. And I know that it's hard to accept, but sometimes you just have to accept that. And I know that that's not what you guys wanted to hear. I know you guys are like, please give me witchery and get him to come back to me. But keep your dignity. Don't, even though you're already, your energy's already with you, we already are not out here chasing somebody that's pulling away. Do not say like, oh, let me give one last attempt. Let me just send him a paragraph. Let me just reach out to him. Let me just poke him. Let me just send him a TikTok. Let me just like his story and see if he'll come back. You don't want somebody who only comes back when you have to pursue the person. If they pull their energy away, our energy is just going farther and farther and farther away, honey. We have other things to focus on. We are not going to poke, pry, do little things like to get him to come back to us, because at the end of the day, you don't want a man who you had to initiate with in order to get their attention back to you. Like, imagine, just sit there and think, like, I had to remind him that I exist. I had to remind him to text me, remind him to want to see me again. Like, that's so pathetic. I should never have to remind somebody that I am here and I'm a freaking goddess and I'm like worthy. No. The person that you end up with is going to already know that. They're not going to be pulling away, and they're going to know to chase you. You're not going to have to send them a paragraph. Like, that is just embarrassing. Please. I saw this TikTok by Margarita Nazarenko. If you guys don't already watch her on YouTube, she's amazing. She literally was like, the most embarrassing thing you can ever do is send a fucking paragraph. Like, just don't do it. Like, it's more embarrassing than freaking pissing your pants in public. Like, that is just emotionally spilling everything. So take it with dignity. Keep your head held high, and do not go after somebody who has pulled away from you. Make it a them problem. That's gonna help you justify it and not feel shitty about yourself and make it like a I'm worthless, I have low value problem, and make it a them problem. That's the reason that they didn't see it. They have their own issues. Like, how could they not see how amazing I am and move on? Do not chase. Let them go. There's somebody else that's going to be out there for you. Your person's going to be meant for you. This was just a lesson. You had to learn how to have self-worth. That was your lesson through this experience. Okay guys, so I'm done with my little lecture. Sorry, I had to stop filming like 3 times during this video. But if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and give me more video topics that you guys would like. Don't forget to also follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and I will see you in the next video.